Hi, I'm Gary, and in this video I'm going to show you how I built a RC radio transmitter tray for controlling my airplanes and helicopters. It looks like this. This mounts my DX6 Spectrum DX6 radio, and these are bent a certain angle. So when you put this around your strap around your neck, it holds it level for you, perfectly level, so you can operate your sticks without having to hang on to the radio box at the same time. Believe me, that makes it a lot easier to have some control, especially if you're a pinch method flyer. I got the idea for making this radio transmitter tray from another person on YouTube who did this, and it's very useful for using the pinch method or some kind of a combination of finger flying. And that one I got from is called Love to Fly Helis. And I'll put a link down below to his YouTube page for you, and you can see that's where I got my ideas from, and I took and modified it a little bit to suit my needs, and this is what I came up with. Okay, so this is my pattern. Actually, I got it sitting upside down here, as the radio would sit on it. Let's see, I've got the holes for those eye bolts, where they go in, the bent eye bolts. This access hole is for access to plug it in the battery charger. This larger outer circle here is just a mistake that I made as I was prototyping this. I had set my diameter too large. Then the second hole is for accessing the other items on the back of the radio for the buddy box or plugging in your flight simulator or headphones. These holes I made for putting in Velcro straps to hold this front bar down to the board. This hole and this Velcro strap or Velcro pad is for holding my AnyLink adapter in place. You'll see that in some of the other videos. These two Velcro here is for holding the base of the radio. You can see these two Velcro pads. Holds it down onto the tray pretty securely. I bought some of these furniture glides to serve as feet on the bottom of the transmitter tray, and I drilled holes into the board, 3 30-second holes, to fit the nails that are on these. As you might see here, marked an area and then use the scribe to mark the center of the hole there. Then I'm using that 3 30-second drill bit to drill that out. Then I'll insert the feet up, and I'll use a Dremel tool to grind off the excess nail that sticks up above there. The 3 30-second hole really is quite snug fitting. I may add a little bit of CA glue or something like that. Make sure they hold in there good. Okay, so I've installed the 4 feet into this. You can see the nails are sticking up as they're too long. And these will hold it up primarily so that the nuts on this side here for those eye bolt rods are far enough off the surface so it won't scratch any surfaces when I'm sitting on there. These nails, you know, that 3 30-second hole holds these very, very snugly. I had to really press to get them through there. I don't think I'm going to have to add any glue to that. I'll just trim them off. Okay, so I got these nails trimmed down pretty good. Nice and smooth. Run my finger across, doesn't catch or anything, so avoid any possibilities of getting any cuts on my fingers. Now you'll see a few spots here where some of the veneer on this plywood kind of broke or came loose. Yeah, like this other spot here. What I'll do is eventually I'm going to paint this. So I'll sand down these spots, and then by the time I paint it, they'll become like invisible. Okay, so here I have the board that I cut up. Now I'm going to install these eyelet bolts that I've made up. Met this at like a 40-degree angle here. Got this rubberized heat shrink tubing on there to protect the radio case from these threads of the threaded bolt here. So what I'll do is do this twice, sticking on a flat washer here, and then I'll stick it onto the board as such. Then on the back side, another flat washer, and then I thread on a nut. Far enough so that the threaded rod is barely at the edge of the nut here, because I don't want to have that rod protruding down and being any longer than my feet. Then I tighten up the nut on top here, snug that down. Then I'll do the same thing with the other rod, or eyelet bolt. Get that stuck in here with the washer. Another washer on the back side, and a nut. Thread that nut on until it's just even there. Then tighten up the nut on the other side here to draw that snug. And then I kind of have an advantage with my table saw here that can help me hold some position while I snug up these nuts. And I hold on to this rod here also. Then kind of check my alignments, tweak them a little bit, get them so they got a slight inward angle on them. Maybe snug a little bit more if need be. Ever so careful, so I can try and get, you know, good symmetrical angle on these for coming in. Now, as you can see here, those feet give me good clearance here, so that the nuts won't hit a tabletop surface. Don't want to cause any damage to anybody's fine furniture. Especially not mine. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is to put my radio onto this. And it's going to mount on here like this. Try and line up these rubber feet to fit inside these, or outside these bars here. So I've got a good alignment on that, and with the Velcro, that's going to hold it, the base in place. Now on the front, if you can see it, got those holes, so I'm going to feed the Velcro up through to hold down the bar. Velcro things you can pick up at Home Depot, Velcro straps. And just feed it up through the back hole and pull it up through, then back down through the front hole on both of these. And what I do is I can turn it up here, feed this through, and like cinch it down, and makes for a pretty good snug fit. Try the other one here. It's amazing how easy these turned out to work. I thought it's might be quite a struggle every time I try and take a radio on and off, but it's working pretty good. And just like that. What I can do is wrap these up around, kind of get them out of the way, to kind of like hold in here a little bit and get them out of the way. Like that. That's pretty much, you know, putting the radio on there. And you have, I picked up this is an old, like briefcase, leather briefcase strap. I'm not using anymore. You can get them from like gym bags and other kinds of stuff. And these make great straps for, you know, this kind of deal. And see if I can get a picture here how this balances. Holds it very level for me. And then I can, you know, control my sticks with the pinch method, which is what this tray is all about, for using the pinch method. People fly by thumbs. They hold onto the side of their case here and then use their thumbs to fly. Whereas I can use my fingers and not have to worry about holding the radio because the tray's got it and it's very secure and it's not coming off. That's about the extent of my radio tray. And I hope you can make that yourself. I'll shoot some video here of the plans that I drew up. I also have them in a PDF file that I can share with people. And I'll put it on for some time. What you can do is you can pause that video, and I don't know if you can do a screenshot or do a screen capture, try and capture that and then print it out to your printer. Well, thank you for watching this video. I hope it was helpful for you. If it was helpful, please give me a like. And if you'd like to see any of the future videos as I come out with them, you can subscribe and keep up with me. Thank you.